A man sells his soul for knowledge and power and spends eternity regretting it. That's the tragical history of the life and death of Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe. And today, you finally get up to talk about it. Hello, lovely learners. I'm Anna. I break down literature so it actually makes it easy for you.
And I'm Annie. I give you the language to say it out loud, clearly, and with confidence.
To give you a clear visual structure in the mind map we are building together, we focus on 3 literary elements: sources, characters, and themes. You'll read it like a page in a book, from top to bottom and from left to right. At the very top of your page, write the full title of the work, The Tragical History of the Life and Death of Dr. Faustus.
Just a quick reminder before we start. This video gives you the structure. The content comes from your own study and class notes.
Let's start with what inspired the play.
Okay, the story of Dr. Faustus doesn't begin with Marlowe. It comes from an earlier European tradition known as the Faust Legend, which circulated in Germany in the late 16th century. In this legend, Faust is a scholar who becomes frustrated with human limits, but instead of accepting what he already knows as a scholar, he seeks unrestricted, forbidden knowledge through a pact with the devil. Marlowe adapts this legend for the English Renaissance stage, transforming it from a popular tale into a philosophical and moral drama about ambition, faith, responsibility, and the consequences of crossing spiritual boundaries.
At the top left of your mind map, under the main title, write sources. Draw one main branch downward from that circle. On that branch, write German Faust Legend. Beneath it, draw 3 small sub-branches and write Pact with the Devil, Knowledge and Power, Moral Warning. Annie, can you give us some exam-safe language so the concepts in the map can come out smoothly?
Certainly. Use the phrase inspired by a legend. A literature example could be Marlowe's play is inspired by a legend about a scholar who bargains with the devil. An everyday example could be this film is inspired by a true story.
Now back to the analysis. Move down to the center of the map and just under the main title, write characters, like so.
At the center of the drama is Dr. Faustus. He's not simply greedy. He's intellectually ambitious. He rejects theology, law, and medicine because he feels they place limits on his greatness. Instead of accepting human boundaries, he seeks infinite power through magic. His tragedy lies in this choice. Rather than using knowledge wisely, he pursues power at any cost, even when it threatens his soul. Faustus is both brilliant and deeply flawed, which makes him a classic, tragic protagonist. Next is Mephistophilis, the devil's servant.
You'd expect the devil's servant to be pure evil, pure manipulation, but Mephistophilis does something that surprises most readers.
Yes, he's not just a tempter. He is also a voice of reality. Through him, the audience constantly hears about the existence of hell and the price of Faustus' decision. Mephistophilis grants Faustus magical power, yet repeatedly reminds him that he's losing his soul. In this way, he shows that power gained through evil is never true freedom. And we have 2 characters in this play who technically have no body, no name, and no lines of real dialogue.
Who are they?
They're the good angel and the evil angel. They're not realistic characters, but symbolic figures. The good angel urges Faustus to repent, have faith, and return to God, while the evil angel pushes him towards pride, rebellion, and damnation. Together, they dramatize Faustus' inner moral conflict in a clear, visual, and memorable way.
Under characters, draw 3 branches from left to right. On the left branch, write Faustus, and under it the keywords ambition and tragic choice. On the middle branch, write Mephistophilis and the keywords temptation and truth about damnation. On the right branch, write good angel versus evil angel with the keywords inner moral conflict.
Use the verb dramatize to speak about the characters. A literature example could be the good good angel and the evil angel dramatize Faustus' inner moral conflict, and an everyday example might be he has a tendency to dramatize every small event for attention.
Here's a question that might bother you. Faustus is given multiple chances to repent and save himself. He refuses every single one. So whose fault is his damnation really? On the right of the mind map, we place themes. This is where meaning becomes clear, isn't it?
Well, it should be. First, the play explores knowledge and power. Marlowe asks a profound question. Should human beings try to know and control everything? Faustus believes that limitless knowledge will make him almost godlike, but the play suggests that knowledge without moral responsibility leads to destruction rather than greatness. Think of Faustus like someone who flies too close to the sun. The higher he rises, the harder he falls. Second, the themes of ambition and sin are central.
Faustus's ambition is not evil in itself. What makes it dangerous is that it rejects humility, faith, and human limits.
In fact, his downfall is both intellectual and spiritual. He overestimates himself and underestimates the moral cost of his choices. And finally, the play is about consequences and damnation. Faustus is repeatedly offered chances to repent, yet he refuses. His tragic end demonstrates that choices shape destiny, and that some moral decisions cannot be undone at the last moment.
Moving to the mind map, under themes, draw 3 connected circles. First circles for knowledge and power. Add a note, desire to transcend human limits. Second circle for ambition and sin, with the note pride leading to rebellion against God. Third circle, consequences and damnation, explain with the note choices determine fate. Connect all 3 with arrows to show they are related.
The verb explores will help you present the themes in any analysis. A literature example would be, the play explores knowledge and power. And an everyday example might be, John explored new career options after school.
Look at your mind map. It's not a random list, but a logical chain of meaning. The source gives us the starting situation. A scholar, a Renaissance humanist who makes a pact with the devil. This pact then shapes how the characters behave and come into conflict with one another, especially Faustus and Mephistophilis. Through these actions, the play develops its themes of ambition, knowledge, and the consequences of choice.
Here's an exam tip for you. Start with the source using inspired by a legend. Then move to characters using the verb dramatize. And finally, you can finish with themes using the verb explores.
And if you can write one strong sentence in the comments using explores with one character and one theme from the play, you're ready for your exam on Dr. Faustus.
You can find the blank mind map and phrase sheet on our website, literaturenotrouble.com. Use them to practice. They're free.
L&T, where literature meets clarity. Stay lit.